It's giving ball speech. It's giving ball speech. It's giving bad bitch.
What's the guy name? Who adopted her? The big bald head guy?
Daddy Warbutt.
Yeah. Mr. Warbutt.
Santa Claus we never see. Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he? A Bob. Ooh, flap heel.
Show me somebody who can tap dance in Yeezys.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Flap heel, brush heel, toe heel, flap heel, step.
Ball chain.
I remember that from Corky Bell.
Look.
And Dude.
And what's the other one? Ebony Arrington.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
Look. But anyway, we are back with another episode. Okay, I was making sure the mic is turned on. We're back with another episode of Black Bougie and Bout. It's a new week. We are coming at you a little bit later than normal, but you know, it's Alabama weather.
Man.
Torrential.
No, literally, I thought it was about to be a tornado or something because the wind
my power went out.
Yes, I saw that.
It was out for what?
Man.
8 or 9 hours.
The wind was just like, it was intense. Yeah, for real. And you know, my house got nothing but like trees back there. So me and my mama was looking outside like,
I'd rather be at the house than the damn apartments. The whole damn thing was shaking. I was in there like, every time the wind blew, my closet door opened. That's how hard it was blowing.
Damn.
It shook the foundation.
Damn.
Ooh, that's a word right there. I ain't gonna preach to y'all today. We ain't gonna go there. Even though it's been an interesting week and a lot of people could use a lot of prayer and a lot of sanctification and a hand laid upon them today. Because we all know what happened about a week ago on national television.
Ooh, the slap that shook the foundation. Woo!
Keep your wife's name
out your fucking mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was greatest.
Smoothest slap I ever seen.
He said, I'm going to. Bless his heart.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, you have apparently been living under a rock,
literally,
a shed, an igloo,
literally
out in the middle of nowhere with not an inch of cell phone service. We are talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars last week.
Yeah, gotta talk about it. Even though we a little late, I was hoping that by now, since we were a little late, they would already be like on Red Table Talk or something. Yeah, but that'll probably come a while from now once they
get all settled, like all the dust. Because currently they're now starting to do the whole disciplinary hearing stuff. And I'm like, first of all, why the fuck does the Oscars have a disciplinary hearing? Like, it's the Oscars. It's an award show.
I never knew that was a thing either, but
this ain't no club, but I guess, you know, the more I learn about Hollywood, the more I realize it's cultish. All this is real cultish.
That's what I be trying to tell y'all. It's like, now, that's what I was talking about before.
You gotta come before the board and they gotta tell you about stuff. And I'm like, what happened to just being
And who is they?
A board of white men, group of white men.
Yeah. See, that's what we was talking about earlier. That's why I said I don't like that.
But that's different. That's the Oscar. This Lee Daniels. It ain't be a straight to be.
Everything movie. Means something. It ain't. No, I bind that up right now. Y'all gonna hear what we're talking about later, but I bind it up right now. But as far as them with the slap, with the
let's start at the very
slaptation,
beginning and then just work our way up to I guess today.
Well, I feel like everybody know what happened. What do you think? What do you think about it?
Niggas get slapped every day, B. Like, I'm not like, I guess. So the shocking part to me was not that he slapped him, but almost how the response to him getting slapped was. Everybody being, and the black people's response. Like, I've seen, to me, more black people being like, this was totally unnecessary. This is a bad look on us. You know, he stole from all the other black people the moments that they had to celebrate, like talking about Questlove and Samuel L. Jackson and, you know, Wanda Sykes being a host and Regina Hall being a host. Like, he totally just tainted the night for everybody black. And my thing is, like, again, niggas get slapped every day, and when push come to shove, if it was you in that predicament, I feel like most people would have probably did the same thing. Like, if you had been under the microscope and the pressure and the people talking about you and picking at you and demeaning you for this has been going on years. Like, Jada and Will have really been in the press for a consistent amount of time for the last 2.5, damn near, I feel like 3 years, like, consistently. So, like, at this point,
how old is Red Table Talk? I feel like Red Table Talk, like 3 years, opened up the doors for a lot of that.
Maybe really what fucked it up was August Alsina going and spilling all the beans, because Red Table Talk started off as a mental health platform,
and it really didn't have nothing to do with Will at all.
Like, it was more of like, we want to come on here and talk about the issues that are currently going on, and then bring people who are also experiencing these issues. I mean, August Alsina was on Red Table Talk at the very beginning. He was talking about addiction. So I think what happened was, when he went and did the interview with Angela Yee, it tainted Red Table.
Angela McGee.
Charlotte McGay. It tainted Red Table Talk, and the platform it stood for, and then it became this, well, I gotta come and explain myself. Let me come get this off my chest, since y'all talk about me. And, you know, after that, you see Jordan Woods coming on trying to explain her story because of the Kylie shit.
That was before that. I can't remember.
I think it was either before. It might have been after. Was it before or after?
I cannot remember. That one was a bunch of shit anyway.
But now it's just celebrities coming on there pleading their case and, you know, telling their side of the story. And it's like, what happened to this was uplifting, empowerment, and all of that.
Right.
And I think that's why they ended up turning around and giving Taraji a mental health show, because it was like Red Table Talk was no longer serving that purpose. But anyways, we're talking about the Oscars. Everybody gets slapped. Do I think that was the best time to slap a nigga? No. Only because, as a black person, you have to think about all sides of the issue, unfortunately, and we're not allowed to just fly off the cuff. We're not allowed to just go do something and never suffer a consequence. It just doesn't happen for us. It just doesn't. So if I was Will, and I've heard a lot of people say this, I've listened to the podcast and I've read the articles, you know, all week long. I would have handled it at an after party. I still would have slapped the nigga in public. I still would have made a
totally agree.
But I would not have done it at the actual Oscars, at the award show where, you know, all these people are there, prestigious people. Because now it's like, okay, now I got to go through the disciplinary hearing and all that. And if you would have slapped the nigga in the club, you would have just slapped the nigga in the club.
Right. I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I have been like so tired of seeing it on my timeline at this point, because there's so many think pieces and like people analyzing them and, you know, scrutinizing the moment. Do I think he should have slapped him there live on TV? Absolutely not. And I think the reason why black people say like, oh, this is not good for us, is because we understand how important moments like this are for us. And because like everything we do is either used against us, you know, and so this action or his action just perpetuates the stereotype that black men are violent at any level in their life, and no matter what level of success they've achieved, we're violent or volatile or we fly off the handle. Even though white people do it all the time and they've done it at the Oscars before, we gonna carry that load like more than white people would ever. So yeah, of course, that's why black people are upset, because it was the wrong time and it was absolutely poor judgment. But was he upset? And I feel like, you know, was that kind of the straw that broke the camel's back? Probably so. You know what I mean? Like you said, they've been enduring people ridiculing them. He's been enduring jokes for a long time. Ever since Willow put that damn Tupac letter out. Baby, he been the butt of a lot of jokes.
Once August came out.
Oh, definitely. Once he came out, like that was more shit on top of shit. But they've been talking about him bad and speculating about their marriage for a very long time. And their parenting skills.
Yeah, they've just been, not to be devil's advocate or whatever, but like, they've been going through a lot. And so,
but that ain't even devil's advocate. The truth is the truth. Yeah, the facts are the facts.
And I can tell you, if I was just a regular person, I couldn't handle that type of scrutiny on a regular basis. So,
but I will say, to whom much is given, much is required. And I feel like, all of them there, they understand that if they in a room and it's not a commercial break, you couldn't expect you may be on camera. So you should be kind of like guarding your feelings and guarding your mouth and watching your face. I do think Chris Rock was absolutely wrong because the joke wasn't scripted and he didn't even have to say that. And because he's like fucked with them in the past, I'm sure there's been a conversation in the past like, hey, we good, we squashed it. So why are you still like beating a dead horse? You know what I'm saying? And the joke wasn't even that funny. Honestly, the joke wasn't even worth getting slapped over.
I feel like he knew that the joke wasn't a good joke as soon as he said that shit, because he was like, hey, it was a joke. Like,
I think it's because he saw her face too. Like when she like rolled her eyes and he saw her face, and then I guess Will saw her face, then it's downhill from there. But the joke wasn't even that funny, so I don't even see why he like why even do the joke. And so now like
daughters who made a whole documentary about damn hair.
Of course, you know what I'm saying. And that man, I don't think Chris Rock racist. The internet's love to like find old clips and stuff. Sometimes we can't hold people to who they used to be. These are grown, evolved men. Just like the times are changing, and it's a lot of shit people done said and tweeted that's questionable now. A lot of stuff that they bringing up happened 10 plus years ago. So we can't hold him to all that stuff. But I don't think he's racist or like it's funny acting about black women or don't respect black women. I don't think any of that stuff at all. I just think that he played too fucking much and he could have chilled out, and he got his ass slapped on national TV. I feel bad that he was embarrassed and emasculated in that way, but you shouldn't have been talking shit.
I've seen niggas slapped over less. I'm just gonna be honest. Like in Birmingham, being out in the club, I've seen niggas get slapped for less.
And it's crazy to me that people are so like shocked by the violence when most of the damn TV shows black people watch on TV, bitches is fighting, girls is pulling hair at reunions, and all of those are formal events or like supposed times where we're supposed to be on our best behavior, and they still act a damn fool. So don't be shocked now because somebody got slapped in public. That's not the problem.
I tweeted this out and see a lot of y'all didn't like this, but I don't care. I tweeted out, I just y'all, a lot of the black people that was talking about Will not having to slap him and not condoning violence. I didn't see people slap folks for breaking their stroll lines. You standing in the wrong side of the club, get jumped, get not even a slap, but get their ass handed to them by 5-on-1. A whole line of niggas jumping the nigga because he's standing in the wrong fucking spot while they strolling. So all I'm saying is, like, if we gonna do this whole violence ain't the answer, we don't condone violence, as black people we need to do better. How about we go ahead and trickle that down to everything? How about we go ahead and put that down?
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, don't condemn him. He definitely was wrong, and he deserved the consequences. I know he just resigned from the academy and everything, but y'all be acting the same way while y'all on here think piecing this man.
He was defending his wife and his family and what he felt like, was something very, big to him.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think probably, celebrities be high as fuck. And his behavior was like erratic because he went from ha 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 to slapping him, keep my wife's name out your mouth, and even his speech was like all over the place. It felt like a little bit of a monologue. I'm not gonna lie. He went from crying to laughing to talking about Serena, and it was erratic. He probably was on something. They be on shrooms. Hell, he probably was microdosing. You don't know what the fuck.
I'm not gonna say that because I don't like how when people do things that we always go to, they must have been on drugs. They must have been like, no, sometimes you lose it. Like it's not even drug induced, alcohol induced or nothing. When you get, especially like bullied, and I mean we gotta call a spade a spade. They have been bullied on the internet for years. People just get fed the fuck up, and then when it's somebody that you might look at as your peer or on your level,
right?
And you feel like now they coming for you. It's like, damn, man, I'm getting it from everybody else, all these other motherfuckers, but now it's you my peer,
right?
And you coming at me.
I do think he slapped him specifically because he felt like he could. Now, if it had been anybody else on the stage, I don't know if he would have did that. You know what I'm saying? So thank God, really, he slapped Chris Rock, because any other nigga would have whooped his ass, live TV or not. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that he kind of punked him a little bit. But when I say that they probably was on something, I just say, like, you don't know, like, what these people doing. You know, celebrities be on stuff all the time, and that ain't giving them an excuse. That's just the fucking truth. You don't know what they on or been drinking or whatever. And his behavior was like weird. You know what I'm saying? He laughed at the joke before he turned around and saw her face.
And I want to talk about that because I have been in several situations where things have been said that made me uncomfortable, and I laughed because I was uncomfortable. And it's easier to just be like, okay, hi, than to be like,
because they know they're on TV.
This
also
makes me uncomfortable. So I don't think him laughing when Chris Rock first originally said it was him saying, "Oh yeah, that was a great joke." I feel like it was like I'm here, you know.
Of course,
I'm gonna just try to keep it cordial and just I'm gonna laugh it off real quick, but
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
I enjoyed the joke type thing, because I feel like a lot of people are trying to put that narrative out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying like he thought the joke was funny, but like his reaction wasn't like hers. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. The whole thing is just like weird. If they came out 20 years from now and was like, yeah, that shit was planned, I'd probably be like, yeah, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it is, but I'm just saying.
BET Awards, I would definitely be like, y'all staged this shit. But
hell, BET Awards is probably it's BET Awards is giving genuality.
I feel like BET, maybe early BET Awards. BET Awards now where they need them views, I feel like they definitely would. Like,
I mean, but even the Oscars need the views, because the views were up 56% this year. Black people don't watch no damn Oscars. We look at the red carpet.
I didn't even watch it.
And we look at whoever nominated Black, and then we turn the TV off. You know what I'm saying?
They only watched the first few minutes because it was Beyonce.
Exactly. So, like, this
I guess
definitely
nobody
helped
saw
them.
that man slap. No, most black people didn't see him slap him live. We saw the clips.
I did see it live because I was watching.
I was asleep.
Me and my mom was like, what's going on? And my mom was like, are they playing? And I'm like, I don't think so. And then the TV literally went mute. Like, it was going in and out, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
My wife's name out your fucking mouth. I think that's when people was like, "Oh, these for real, for real."
I still thought they was playing.
Man,
I still thought they was playing
on prime time television.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I say like to whom much is given, much is required, I do think we have a responsibility to like understand the weight of moment, because like it was a pretty like historic night, and nobody is talking about all the other like historic things, and that's what I mean when I say like now they're gonna be talking about like us being violent and the show being ghetto, but it was so many like historical firsts that night that they won't really talk about. So I don't know, that's unfortunate. I hate he has that stain on his legacy now also, because he's a perfectionist, and I'm sure that that's probably what's eating him up the most, that the situation got to him and he didn't control himself. It ain't even really the slaptation.
Not the slaptation.
It ain't even really that. It's just the fact that somebody like now they saw you.
Yeah, now
you
there's a mark on him. Because you know, for a long time, really up until now, Will Smith has been like the it guy.
Yes,
he was
perfect.
The highest paid actor in Hollywood at some point. I think The Rock was bigger than him now, but you know, for years he was paid more than Denzel. He was the $1 million box office guy. Like he just was that guy. And I think, but also we gotta realize these motherfuckers is getting old, and the older you get, the less tolerance you have for a lot of shit. Oh yeah, and you grow, and you just, you know, so. And too, hell, he's an established, like, he's a legend. Yeah, he's so also like he walked up there and sat back in his seat, like, who gonna check me? And button the damn jacket and button. That's why I said it's the smooth. To me, it was the most respectful way you could go slap somebody, because he could have no, for real, like he could have went up there and be like, man, pussy ass nigga, say that shit again, like, and like really go in on him. But he got up there. He stood, he looked at him. I feel like to almost let him know what was about to happen, so he could brace himself, stood, Cause it wasn't even like a fluid. Like he stopped before he slapped him, planted his feet firmly on the ground, and then slapped him. Turned around to that jacket,
he went to his seat
and sat the fuck down and crossed his legs.
I'm not gonna lie, because when I was thinking about it, she never like stood up or she never like turned to him. I guess later, I know later she did, but in the moment, even when he was yelling, she never said, "Hey, like, baby, come down," or like she never like took his hand or like, "Hey, you know how sometimes when you love somebody, you just gesture, you touch them." Nothing. I didn't see her like look to him and be like, "Hey, calm down, you
Maybe
good?"
because she fully agreed. And some women, when men are high up on that level, some women just be like, "Let me give him some minutes to come back down," because they don't want to be in the path of the.
I guess so,
whatever.
But like I don't know, it ain't nothing I can't tell my niggas. So even if you mad, I'm finna be like, "Hey, you good?" Or like, "You straight? Calm down." We on TV.
But I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see her do nothing. I didn't see her stand up. And when he got up and walked over there, I didn't see her be like, "Baby, don't do that." Or like,
Actually,
calm down. I didn't see her make any kind of other face.
She might have been playing.
That's what I'm saying.
Planned on their end, not with Chris Rock, but planned on like, "Hey, we going here and somebody say something." Cause you know how sometimes you might be going to a party and some people that you don't really mess with there, and y'all already have a pre-discussion
like,
in the car.
Slap his ass.
Have y'all ever like you be with like maybe your homegirls and you going to somebody's little kickback or something? You like, "Hey, Keisha gonna be there," and I'm
gonna slap that bitch.
It's like if she say one thing to me, you already I'm gonna look at you and you already know.
And then when he said, "Damn, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me," she was laughing, and it just felt weird. That's why I said if they come back like 20 years from now and they was like, "Yeah, we, that shit was fake," I wouldn't be surprised because it's.
And they did a TikTok before they went, and he posted that picture talking about some choosing chaos and all of that. I definitely
it's very weird.
Now,
very
I don't
weird.
think Chris Rock was in on getting his shit rocked.
Nah, because he honestly looked sharp.
But I definitely think there probably was if some shit pop off when we go to this shit, you already know where I stand. Conversation in the limo on the way to the Oscars.
Yeah. Cause I just didn't see like no emotion. I didn't see her be like,
she wasn't shocked.
And even I didn't see her look mad. Like after she rolled her eyes and turned around and then he did what he did, I didn't see her be like, "Yeah, keep my name out your mouth, nigga." Like I didn't see her do nothing. She just sat there. And it's like, dang, I don't know if because when you in situations like that, you don't know what you'll do. But because you might be like, "Oh shit, like this really happening." But I didn't see her do nothing. Like even if it was my friend, I'd be like, "Hey, chill out," or calm down. If it was you, I'd be like, "You good, something." Nothing.
Maybe
I saw her do nothing.
Maybe when the cameras cut, she was right there.
Yeah, well, hell, at that point, it ain't even no. You shouldn't even have to pretend for the cameras at that point. Your nigga just got up and slapped somebody.
I don't know. Look, I can't say because I can't say what I do.
Yeah, that's just weird.
I'd probably be like, "This nigga really slapped." I'd be like how Beyonce was when Kanye got on stage. She was just like,
hell, even Beyonce was laughing. Beyonce was giggling. You know what I'm saying?
When that nigga got slapped. I seen that picture. Jay-Z was like PTSD.
Or even when like Lil Mama was walking on stage with Jay-Z and them, Beyonce like took her arm and was trying to stop them. Like you can tell she didn't know that shit was going on. So that's why I'm like, no, it was no like nothing. Nothing. It's very weird. We're praying for y'all. We're gonna see what's going on. I don't know.
I'm starting to think people with too much money getting bored.
Probably
just across the board. Just across the board, not even just Will and Jada, just across the board. Speaking of Will, the Bel Air season finale came out this week.
Beautiful gowns.
I can honestly say, when I first heard about the reboot, I was not pleased. Like I was not happy. I was like, I'm over the reboots. I'm so over it. Like, and I am over the reboots. I'm over we redoing this. They redoing White Men Can't Jump. We redoing this movie. We redoing this. We redoing that. And it's like I just want new stories. And we said that 1,000 times on this podcast. But I can thoroughly say that, and it technically wasn't a reboot. it was just a play on
like reimagined.
Yeah, reimagined
kind of thing.
But when I say the cast, the writing, the hair, the makeup, y'all did y'all motherfucking thing. I'm sad that it's already over.
Me too.
I'm actually thoroughly sad that it's over because it was really, really. I mean, everybody. I miss Jeffrey. I need Jeffrey. Y'all better bring Jeffrey back.
No, that's right.
Bring Jeffrey back.
Jeffrey need to answer to the fact that he was the one who told the dad that he was looking for him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he needs to answer to that. I thought Marlon Wayans did such a good job.
Round of applause for him too.
I love when comedians play dramatic roles. I feel like comedians do dramatic roles better than actual dramatic actors.
Best role was when he played a dramatic role. He was with that guy and he was a paraplegic.
Oh, that was such a good movie.
That was such
a good movie. And that last series he just did on Netflix with Wesley Snipes.
That excellent. And even the one where he played the dad where the wife died.
Yeah.
We don't care about the jokes no more.
Do that. You are acting your ass off, boy. Oh my God. Yes. He's a great actor. I think it's because I don't know if y'all know about drama. Okay. But in theater or whatever, it's easier to bring somebody back. And comedians are usually all over the place and they're loud. It's easy to bring them back than to make them bigger. So I think that's why they're such good actors, because if you act small, sometimes it may be hard for you to get out of your head and do stuff, but you could dial somebody in. And I think that's why they're so good. Like Jim Carrey, even though you say that fuck shit, he's a good dramatic actor.
He came out saying that he retiring from acting.
And well, you was gonna do that anyway.
Now that's somebody that they always need to check on, because Jim Carrey ain't never been right.
No.
And I'm just gonna.
And ever since that little paint documentary came out, he was at the house throwing paint on the wall and shit.
Because he's a method actor, and I think that's one of the things that fucks with Jim Carrey is
the mind.
He gets so engulfed in all of his roles, and all of his roles are so fucking crazy and wacky and different. And that shit be fucking with that man. That man ain't been right for a long time. I don't think he been right since The Mask.
Yeah, it's
since
probably
his first fucking movie.
Probably a lot wrong with him. Y'all better get on the internet.
His wife ended up committing suicide because I was listening to a podcast. Jim Carrey's a fucked up nigga, actually. His wife, he had been cheating on his wife and had given her STDs 6 or 7, 8 times. And she had gotten so fucking tired. She wrote in the suicide note, she just literally could not bear to be around this man and be with this man no more. And she committed suicide.
Wow.
Because he had been cheating on her and all this stuff.
I'm gonna have to go watch a YouTube video about him.
Now Jim Carrey is on some
he's probably actually really dark. You know how Robin Williams, he used to play dramatic roles really well, but he had this sinister kind of side to him a little bit. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that's why I said you don't know if that nigga was high as hell when he slapped him, because you don't know what these people are doing.
I don't think
they are not living normal lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not living lives like, man, you getting up going to work. Yeah. This shit is different. That's not us. But
not yet.
We digress.
Money, though. But you ain't got to know who I am. I can be rich and be unknown. Okay, I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna do that anyway. But
the season finale,
it was very good.
I was very much so expecting but they don't love me no more scene, and they didn't give me that.
Why they don't love me, man?
Get the fuck out of my house, my nigga. Very much, and I'm because that's exactly what I was saying about it.
I ain't seen nobody. I ain't seen nobody get cussed out like that in a long time on TV. For real.
Very eloquently.
He cussed his ass out. Marlon really didn't have nothing to say.
He was on her. Did you see his face after he said, and then when he left the room, he's talking about I couldn't run away. Yeah. What Smokey say? What he say?
Well, he gonna cry in the car.
No, I'm saying what he say when Debo came. He's like, when he come, I shut up, I be quiet. When he leave, I be talking again. And that was Marlon. He was on hush mode when Will was there. But since he left, he had some more shit to say.
Yeah. I love Jazz. Jazz is probably one of my favorite people on the show.
He's a real.
He just comes in and he says the right things and he does the right stuff.
And he gives.
I love him.
And he ain't no yes man type of homeboy. It's Will, look at your life.
He said, "Why the fuck you up here, bro?" Cause why is you up here?
You got a whole house full of people in Bel Air looking for your ass, and he talking about I feel like don't nobody want me. He like, nigga, it's a whole house full of niggas in Bel Air. Emphasis on the Bel Air, because he could have just said you got a whole family. He said you got a whole house full of niggas in Bel Air.
Can we talk about Lisa, his girlfriend?
Yes.
What the fuck? I hate when they make girls on TV act like weak as fuck, like, or like little. You lied to me. Like, I feel like she really got to be slow.
Yeah.
If she can't understand why he didn't just come on and tell her the truth. You know what I'm saying? First of all, when you date somebody, even though y'all didn't have sex, but it's still like fresh.
Yeah.
You really not entitled to know all of that business. I still don't know if I can like trust you like that. And her dad's the fucking chief of police.
Yeah.
So how I know you ain't gonna get mad at me and go tell your daddy my business?
For fuck shit.
Yeah. So like,
and he was trying to kind of protect her too, because the less that she know, if he came out,
she wouldn't be involved.
Exactly.
And then when Carlton got to the house, and we're gonna talk about him.
When Carlton
got to the house, he was like, "Yeah, Will is missing," and she said, "Well, he stood me up." Bitch, did you hear me just say that the man is missing?
She said he stood me up. She didn't even give a fucking first thing. He said his dad came by. Then she was like,
"Oh no, get the fuck out!" She done made me mad.
Nigga could have been in the ditch, and she was not fazed.
Well, he missed our meeting
after you broke up with him. He was trying to get your ass back because you didn't understand shit. But anywho, and to Carlton.
I just wasted water everywhere.
Oh, just a little wah. And
but,
Carlton, I'm starting to kind of like Carlton, but I still think he got some shit that he got to work through.
He definitely have some. He need to start going to therapy.
And I'm glad they finally came out and said he was doing coke. And not just
I told y'all he was a crackhead.
Because I definitely just thought he was sniffing Xanax. Because I told y'all, but he was Carlton. But I knew his
behavior is erratic.
He was sweating too much. It was very much giving. It was giving Whitney Houston BET Awards.
She ain't never did that.
She was definitely sweating.
She ain't never did that.
She was definitely up there sweating.
She never smoked crack a day in her life.
Anorexia.
No way.
They've written it.
No way.
Bulimia.
No way.
That it's because of drugs.
No. Now, grant you, I partied. But there have been times when I know I was going through a lot of emotional stress and my eating habits were awful.
Whitney dying. Crack rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
Cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
She did cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
She did cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
Whitney Houston did cocaine. She didn't smoke no crack, but she damn sure snorted cocaine. She damn sure, and she definitely was up there in the BET Awards sweating off the coat.
She was always sweating.
Hair be all, wig be all shifted, and she still sounded good.
Leave
That's the crazy part.
alone.
That's the crazy part of me. Whitney would be high as hell, and the voice still sounded good as fuck.
When the talent is there, the talent is there.
And speaking of shows, y'all, I ain't never been so happy for somebody to motherfucking die in my life.
Now stop it.
I'm just saying. So last week, Power's starting to get good. Power Force, like these last few episodes, kind of been revving up. I'm like, okay, maybe
rev it up again.
They been, because the first about 6-7 episodes, I was like, this shit is I love
it. Wasn't bad. It was just lackluster.
Yeah, it just was missing. Yeah. But these last few episodes been giving me a little something to be like, okay. And they killed Fake Maya. And I'm so happy. Because she was like one of them characters who was like, she could have been something, but the way that they wrote her character, she was nothing.
She was a little bit of a seat filler. She was just a pretty face. And I hate to say that because I'm sure Homegirl is an excellent actress in different other platforms and avenues. But on there, she was just the black girl that the white boys was fucking. And I don't like that at no time.
She wasn't even like a smart, like hustle type. Like she was just fucking. And it was like, girl, we can't rock with that. So they shot her. And she dead. So rest in peace.
So they shot her and she dead.
But that was also her man's fault. Cause
he dumb as hell. He is dumb as
you
hell.
a get out of jail free card, and you literally looked at it and said, "Never mind."
Yeah, because after that old dude came to him and was like, oh well, I saw Tommy at the house, blah blah blah. I think he was thinking that Tommy gave him that car and all that stuff to get him out of town because he was trying to work with his family. But it's like, bruh, don't you understand that man was fucking your girl too?
He don't owe you nothing
at all, and he could have not came to you and told you that.
He don't owe you. He don't owe you saving your life.
He's
if anything,
so stupid.
It's more beneficial to him if you die. So for him to come and be like, bruh, you homegirl, y'all need to get the fuck.
When he said protect that woman.
Cause Tommy got a soft spot for women.
I feel like when he found out that she dead, he gonna take it to him. Yeah,
he gonna be living. Tommy don't do well with women who he cares about.
They all die.
Especially when he tries to protect them and go above and beyond.
How you think it's gonna turn out with the brother calling their mom?
Tommy ain't gonna like that shit either.
Nah, cause he told him not to.
But she needed to know that's her mom.
Of course,
and she passed away and she deserves to know that. I think it's gonna be interesting, the dynamic between the brother and the mom though, because she doesn't know him. So that first question is always why you didn't want me, why you didn't want to be here, why you didn't want to take care of me. So and then he's gonna have to in turn, which I think is this is why I fuck with Courtney Kemp and 50 Cent and all them, because the parallel then is he ain't in his son's life. His son done been in front of him 2-3 times now. Yeah. And he don't even fucking know. He don't even know that's his son.
Generational trauma.
And now his son looking at him like, why you don't want me? Why you didn't want to be in my life? So it's like the
I can't remember what he said about his son. Why he's not
the mom took him and he's been battling in court, but he broke. So you can't go to court if you can't afford to fight no case. You can't fight no lawyer.
So he don't even know what the boy looked like,
because he been out his life since he was a little kid. I think he said maybe 5.
I guess 6, so, child. These 4. TV parents is something else.
That's what I said, because I feel like my mama would be able to pick me out of crowd from the moment I came out of Coochie to now. But
he literally looked the boy dead in his eye.
I did not know who the fuck he was. But he a genius. Shout out to that little boy, Math Whis.
Yeah, shout out to him. But he don't. He's smart, but his street smarts is not it, because he got caught. Tommy was following him, so now he sees
damn show out in the open too. This nigga posted on the car, looking at his phone like, "Nigga, you ain't even hiding. Yeah, I see you over there."
Yeah, Diamond.
I think Homegirl gonna fuck the brother.
Oh,
the Latina girl, because she was like, "Say it."
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. That's probably gonna happen. But you know what? It might not, because he said he was gay. Didn't the brother say he was gay?
I missed that.
The brother said he was gay.
I missed that. That was in the first episode?
He said his ex-husband or something at one point.
He said his ex-wife.
He said ex-husband, because I remember my boyfriend was like, there go the resident gay person.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that first. I told y'all I really didn't like the show the first 7 episodes.
So maybe he's bi, but he said my ex-husband.
I mean, I'm sorry. I know.
Maybe in the past life, Santana had hoes.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the first episode, because I thought he said my wife, but
he said my ex-husband.
I still think the Latino girl, she ain't got none yet. So
she needs something.
She fiending for some meat. I thought she was gonna end up fucking the little brother. Because sometimes they be like, I hate you so much then, but they had that good sex, that nice.
She don't need to be with him though.
But he a pussy.
He is. I don't like him. He still be having cheap designer clothes on.
Homegirl did come out and tell Diamond about, the truth. So I wonder what he gonna choose now.
I wonder. Yeah.
I think he gonna choose the pussy.
Now, for her to be a journalist or whatever, she played him like he was stupid, because you got to know that those kind of people, they know everybody that's around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's around you been vetted.
And she wasn't even snooping good either. It was on some like, I happen to be at the diner and I happen to and
it probably did really happen like that. But once she got that dick, she just happened to keep going over there.
Look, he asked her, did she feel special afterwards? And she was like, yes. I do.
Yes. So I don't know. Speaking of shows, Lee Daniels, I don't know, this just happened like yesterday. I saw it last night, but he apologized to Monique and in their precious
I won't be happy
feud.
until Oprah and fucking Tyler Perry come out and say something.
We'll see.
Because them are the niggas them are the people with the power. I'm not saying Lee Daniels don't got no power.
Right.
But Oprah and people like Tyler Perry are people in the rooms with these old ass white folks. And they're the ones that is probably talking the shit about Monique and telling these people not to work with her and all these other shits. Like,
I wouldn't hold my breath, but we'll see if, because I feel like it's, why would he come out now and apologize to her now when it's been going on for years? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious as to why right now. But he did give her a role on his new Netflix thriller Demon House, and she's gonna be replacing Octavia Spencer.
And that kind of bothers me too, because like now another sister then lost a job, and
it may not be because like Monique, Octavia probably just couldn't do it, or something like that. But yeah, because it don't sound like she lived.
I don't know when they say replace, I always just be like, oh. They could have gave her something else.
She probably couldn't do it. Scheduling conflicts.
And Octavia from Alabama, so I always
she went to Auburn. She graduated from Auburn. The reason why I was saying earlier I don't like that is because like Demon House is giving me Ritual. I don't like that.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm just saying.
To see Alice, but apparently it ain't showing in no fucking theaters.
Alice,
the one with Keke Palmer, where she was a slave and she realized it was 1970. Is it
in select theaters? Or
yeah, but usually they'll bring them type of movies to at least one theater in Birmingham because it's a high black demographic. But it ain't nowhere. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to bootleg. I'm sorry, Kiki. I was gonna buy the ticket.
I want to see it,
but I'm gonna have to put locker it. I'm sorry. And if you don't know what Put Locker is, don't worry about it. I'm gonna have to hdbest.net it. So I saw this TikTok and I sent it to Jessica and our other friend, and it just kind of made me think about it because I know how I would handle myself.
Shout out to Victoria.
But I just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit because we're women. We're who date men.
We're good.
And the TikTok was basically about how, like, if a guy is paying for an all expenses paid trip out of the country, would you feel obligated to have sex with him, or would you like expect sex to be on the table? Now, me, I would, because I can only speak for me, and I look at it from the point of view where I understand how men work. Like I get it. Like most men are not gonna, and if we put an emphasis on the out the country, that's like 5 bands you didn't spend because it's me and you going out the country, and it's at least $1,300, $1,400 per person to fly out the country, go somewhere. I know, I did it. Not for 2 people, just me. So I would pretty much not feel obligated to have to sleep with him, but it definitely would be like what's understood ain't got to be explained.
Right. I wouldn't go unless it was somebody who I wanted to have sex with, because I know that's an expectation. So like if y'all talk about it before, communication is key. If y'all talk about it before and you just be like, hey, so we going on this trip, what's tea, like what's good, you know what I'm saying? I feel like as women we need to have those conversations, because I'm not trying to get nowhere and you expect to have sex with me. I'm nobody's prostitute, hooker, like I'm not your plaything. So it's like if we're going out the country, like I probably want to fuck you, but I'm not gonna just do it because you took me, and that's not where we are.
But it's a lot of girls inside there. I be hearing these stories where girls is getting flew to Dubai and getting shitted on.
And that's why they should have talked to them before they took their ass out there. Y'all, here's the thing. Men are not giving you anything for free. Now, when you go on dates with men, when you at home, okay, I'm not saying you obligated to sleep with them even then. Just because you bought me dinner don't mean I'm finna have sex with you. I'm sorry. Just because we had a good time don't mean I'm finna have sex with you. It's not. I'm gonna do it if I want to.
If I feel like it.
If I feel
if
like it.
Tell me that I need to go ahead and whip it out on you.
Yeah. So it's like sex is not an obligation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not obligated to give you no pussy because you paid for dinner. That's just not how it works. But at the same time, you're not stupid either.
Yeah, I feel like that's the point that a lot of women sometimes get caught up in. It's like, well, he should not have expected. It's not, and sometimes you have to put. I've been saying this, but you have to have some street sense about you and some what is it, wherewithal? Yeah, where it's like, no, he's not obligated to get it, but you got to understand how niggas think. And a man spending, especially if he's spending bands on you, he's spending them bands in the hopes and in the expectation that you gonna be popping that coochie at some point in the near future. Because not that that's the reason why they do what they do, but it's part of it. It's definitely part of it.
Yeah. Now, is there some men out there who will do stuff for you and they really don't be like expecting nothing out of it? They just want to make sure you're good. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is people they might take you on a trip or do whatever, and y'all just kicking it because he just want to, enjoy your time. Whatever. But that's that kind of relationship. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if y'all like that, then y'all know.
You would already know.
You know what I'm saying? And if he was to try you like that, it'd probably be like, really, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? But as far as niggas that y'all done had like flirty conversations, or like
out a couple times
y'all done been out, or maybe y'all done had sex before.
Especially if you had sex before, because that's the one that get us caught up, women, is that especially with men, like a lot of men, if you fuck them one time, they feel as if and this is just in my personal experience, that they feel as if they now have like an all access pass to get some coochie whenever they deem necessary to get some coochie, and we have to be strong and be 10 toes down and being like, no, that's not what the fuck is going on. Like, this is not what I'm staying for. I'll fuck you if I want to fuck you, but if you don't have an all access pass to my body.
Of course, So, that wasn't even a hard.
But I'm fucking if you take me out the country. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I will be popping the coochie, but I'm also not going out the fucking country with a nigga that I can't stand, that I don't want to like experience everything with. So.
I'm not going. It's certain stuff I won't accept from people just because I know how that go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's ever like offered to give you money or like offered to buy you something, I've said no to a lot of stuff just because I already know how they go, and I don't even want you to think, or niggas be like, shit, I gave you this or I gave you that.
I ain't asked for that. That's the first thing I say. I ain't never asked for that. So your dumb ass sent me that money for my Starbucks coffee. I ain't asked you to buy that shit.
And then too, like little stuff like that, you think that's gonna get you?
You think that's deserving of my couche? It's an extra little pot. Look,
I don't think. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Anyways, child. Okay. If you go somewhere, because this is the next thing we were supposed to be talking about. If you go somewhere, you and your homegirl, and your man is there, is your man obligated to pay for both of y'all? And if he doesn't, is he wrong?
Fuck no. I don't know where this came from. Like, I don't know when this came about. I don't know if this has been a thing. I have to ask my mom. In previous generations, if this was a thing, but I know specifically in mine, I feel like Jessica, we pretty much the same generation in our age group, that there's this sense of entitlement when it comes to women and like the men in our lives. Like, so if I go out, my friend expected my nigga to take care of her too. He ain't your nigga. He my nigga. The only person expecting to get things taken care of at this table is me. And I feel like as my friend, it's almost like inconsiderate of you to even sit up here and be like, oh, he ain't paying for me. He ain't gonna get this for me. Oh, he busted. He broke. He a dusty nigga. Bitch, no, you dusty for even thinking that his ass was gonna pay for you. He didn't even come here to look at you. You just so happened to be here with me, and he came to see me.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes the rules of dating that I see online, I'll be like, damn, that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this how people be operating? And if so, that's why they be arguing all the time. But
that's why y'all be lonely. That's why half the bitches is single. If that's really what y'all women is going around like expecting men to do, that's why you ain't got nobody.
I mean, hell, we just talked about on the last episode. A lot of niggas ain't got enough money to take you out. You think they gonna pay for you and your friends? But
you complaining about him paying for your food in general, and now you mad because he don't want to pay for your food and your homegirl.
Now I have been places where I've been. Like it's been a group of us or whatever, and then maybe my friend's boyfriend or her man, whatever, is there, and he'll say, "Oh, I got y'all." I've been in situations like that, and it's like, "Oh, okay, cool, shit." Yeah. Or he'll be like, "Oh, y'all ain't have to worry about nothing," you know, whatever. If he offers, great, you know what I'm saying. But I'm not. If I'm going out, I got money to pay for myself. Exactly. I wouldn't be there, so like I'm not expecting somebody else to pick up my bill. But if he does it, great. Is he obligated? No. You know what I'm saying? I have been out to eat with just my friends and they man, and they didn't pay for my food. I didn't feel no kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I've been places with my boyfriend and one of my friends, and he didn't pay for all our food, or he may have bought all our drinks while we were out drinking. Like it's either way. So I don't understand. I don't understand like what the problem is. People be making a problem out of nothing.
Everything. That's why I say I'm starting to think, and maybe this is because I'm seeing someone, but I'm starting to think the bitches is the problem. Some of the bitches is the problem. Not all the bitches, because I think it's still more 70-30. So the bitches is the 30, and the men's is the 70. Ain't that 100?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You was not math. I judged the competition last night, y'all. When I tell you I had to flip that table over and do some math, I was like, carry the one plus and then.
Yeah.
It's not my ministry. Not it is not my ministry. Hold up. But yeah, I still think men probably are like 70%. But I think the women that 30. But it's that 30 is something serious, okay? Where it's like no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they're gonna have a problem with it.
Honestly, I would give us more than 30. It's some crazy ass.
Would you say 40?
I would say it's half and half.
You say 50 and 50?
I would say half and half.
I would only say it's the men a little bit more because of like based on statistics, and I'm speaking about our demographics, and that's mass incarceration. So the lack of like men, like men like mentors to show men how to properly show up and be like men of the house, men of the family. I feel like that kind of got lost in our generation, kind of. So that's why I was kind of saying maybe like 7,
even before our generation, exactly. Really. But I think, but still, if you go to some of these places, or if you're just out, you can tell that a lot of women our age and older and younger don't have very positive female role models in their life either, because you can tell how they carry themselves, how they act, things they do, things they say. They don't have no mama at home. Yeah, and so that's why I say,
y'all bitches, so I don't know. And
well, it's not like I'm looking
befriend y'all bitches. It backfire on my ass.
Well, no, I'm just saying, even some of these conversations like this, you can tell that they don't have no like woman talking to them about dating. These are just things that they've like thought of on their own, or like randomly they coming up with these expectations. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, with them, I guess it would be on men. They don't have positive male figures in their life to say like, baby, this is what you're supposed to do when a man does this. They don't have like no guidance. That's what it's giving. Yeah, it's giving that on both sides. It's a lot of men who don't know how to be in relationships or, you know, express themselves, vice versa, whatever. And it's a lot of women who don't know how to receive men loving them or how to pick good men. Because a lot of times with a lot of the stuff that women be complaining about, you knew damn well you shouldn't have been fucking with that nigga. And you can't even say that, oh, niggas ain't shit. The niggas you fuck.
Yeah.
The niggas you fucking with.
I can actually sit here in the
niggas you talk to.
It was the niggas I picked. No, like, and not to give them an excuse, because those were the niggas that I attracted. But I think that it's the energy that I put out there that made them type of niggas want to talk to me. And that's what I accepted in the actions and the things. And I know people probably gonna watch this and be like, what the fuck? But and I say this because when you have somebody come in and they do everything totally different and the experience is totally polar opposite, to what you had in the past, you can actually sit back and take a look and be like, okay, yeah, in this situation, I did play a part in that, because when I met this nigga, he told me he didn't want no kids. He told me he didn't want to be married. He told me he didn't want to be in no type of committed situation. And me being whoever, and this happens to a lot of women. I hear women talk about this all the time. We get in these situations thinking like, oh, my pussy's so good, it'll change this nigga, or I'll love this nigga into submission.
Never.
No.
Especially not grown people. Let me tell you something. Grown people rarely change.
Really?
Who you are right now, you're gonna change and grow, and you're gonna gain wisdom and experience and stuff like that. But like who you are as a person, your core is pretty solidified. You know what I'm saying? It's not for you to change nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's really not like, if at a certain point, if you tell somebody, hey, I don't like when you do this, or like what you said or what you did offended me, I didn't really like it, I didn't like how it made me feel. If they don't change, they've already shown you they literally have already shown you. Why would you waste your time? Anything past that, you shouldn't even be surprised.
Or if you can't even have successful communication, like if y'all can't sit down and say, this is what bothers me, that's what bothers me, and then talk about it and say, okay, we're gonna go and do better. And it's every time y'all talk, it's an argument, it's an issue, it's a it's a rah.
Red flag
for you.
Red flag. And not only that, they probably not ready to be with somebody.
Exactly.
Just like we were just saying.
When he tell you he don't want something, because 9 times out of 10, that nigga mean that shit.
And if you just pay attention to how they treat others, that's going to tell you everything you need to know. That tells you everything you need to know. And that's why when I be on here and I be like, I don't know why you would do that anyway. That's why I be nonchalant, because people literally give you the blueprint. They show you all the time. They show you. It's not much I can be surprised about. I knew you was going to act a fool. So,
and I've also learned, like, just in this whole dating thing, is that, and I was talking to my hairstylist about this, is that I think a lot of times, especially women in our age group, we've gotten trained to be this whole independent, all the way where I don't need shit, I don't need you to do nothing, I don't want nothing, I got it myself, I work my ass off, I done went to college, I got this degree, that degree, I pay all my bills, I get my hair done, I don't need a man for nothing. And so then when a man do come in,
you don't know how
to do, who wants to do, we so like, nah, I got it, I'll do it. We the nigga in a relationship to the point where they get to the point where they feel so small and so useless. And I know this is like, well, he should have his self-esteem. It's not about that. Sometimes you got to empower your partner. Sometimes you got to, and I'm learning that. And I was talking to my mom and my hairstylist about that. And my mom even said, like, I didn't learn to do that. She was like, I grew up in a household where my mom, my grandmother, she talked to my granddaddy any kind of way, and he still did what the fuck needed to be done.
She said,
But that was a different time, and it's hard, especially like for us, we're learning. Like it's all up, especially people in our generation, it's a learning process. So I think there needs to be some grace extended on both sides, men to women and women to men, to understand that like a lot of these dynamics that we're living through now, nobody has ever lived through. Like
I agree,
because I feel like we're at a point where it's like women, men, like as far as like we're talking about making money, we're talking about CEOs, we're talking about people who are more accomplished. We get to this point where the scales tipping more on the women's side than the men. So it's like,
especially for Black women.
So sometimes us as women, we gotta be like, yeah, I can put this bar cart together, but I'm gonna save it. And I'm gonna be like, man, can you tell me put this? Because that's gonna make him feel like he's doing something to help me.
And see, that's why I always say I like gender roles, because like most of the stuff that I have going on in my life, I really can do it on my own. And I'm really used to. I said this on here on like an older show, but like I have my dad, I'm spoiled. So I'm not really used to like expecting things out of men that I date like romantically. I'm not really used to expecting them to do anything for me because I don't need you to. I'm good. If you didn't do it and if I didn't buy it myself, I can ask my dad or like my mom. Like being good, I'm gonna be good. So I think for me, it's more of like allowing somebody to step in and say, "Now I got it. I can take care of it for you,"
or even saying I need help.
Saying I need help.
That's the one that I'm working on, is like actually telling somebody like when they say, "Oh, you need something," and me not being like, "No, I'm good," and me saying, "No, I actually do need it. I need my car washed."
And that takes strength to do that. But honestly, stuff like that won't happen until you give it the right person. Like the person who, it's like you can tell I don't know. I feel like you can just tell sometimes when you talking to somebody, like, this is going to be a thing and this isn't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? By how it starts off. So it takes the right person to be like, okay, I don't really even like talking about stuff like this. My family never sat down and talked, but I want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it takes effort and like practice on both ends. But you have to be with somebody who you want to do that with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that with anybody.
Exactly.
And everybody ain't worthy of that kind of grace being extended to them. Period. Everybody don't deserve grace.
Not at
from
all.
Jesus, they'll get it, but from me, you'll get nothing from me. You'll get nothing from me.
We are just followers of Christ. We are lambs. We are sheep among the flock. We is not the shepherd.
Why are you preaching?
I'm just saying, like, cause when I tell y'all I'm learning, I'm like in my first real like adult, actually like dating. I'm not in a relationship yet. Maybe we'll see. Ooh. But I'm like dating, and it's just like learning that like it ain't no just like, man, I don't want to deal with this. Fuck it. You can't do that if you like somebody and you want to be invested and you truly want to build some with this person. You can't do that. You gotta sometimes literally put your own pride, and you can know you is right 1,000%. And this is what I'm really learning. It's like you can be 1,000% right, but if that person's feelings is hurt or that person feels undervalued or whatever, you have to, if you want to be with that person, put that shit all the way to the side and put your own pride and your own, like, I'm right to the side and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You right. I understand.
And, I was just talking about this last night with my friend and my boyfriend, and we were talking about practicing mindfulness and just, like, being cognizant, like, of doing those things. Because sometimes your natural reaction is like, oh, that hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's not about you. Woo. Sometimes it's just really not about you. Like, sometimes you've got to understand like where people are coming from and what they may have gone through. Easier said than done. But you got to understand like, oh, they went through this. That's why they react like that. Really don't have nothing to do with you. It don't have nothing to do with like what something you did. It's not nothing you said. It's just that's how they reacting because of whatever. And now you got to make sure you're like, okay, cool. So how can I help you through this? How can I support you so that we don't go through this again? Or like whatever. But it takes practice. You know what I'm saying? Again, everybody should not be extended this kind of grace. Has to come from the right person or go towards the right person.
And both of you have to be willing to do that. It can't be a one-sided thing. So you can't be extending grace while the other person is just holding you to the fire the entire time. Period. It has to be a balance, on both ends.
Relationship problems definitely is half and half. It's definitely half and half.
And I'm learning that.
It's women and men.
Of the niggas ain't shit club.
It just ain't. It's not just niggas. It's not.
People. It's people ain't shit.
It's not just niggas.
It's people ain't shit.
It's not just niggas.
I guess we'll end it out with some praises to some women and some accolades.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Lotto new album. Woo! 777.
Period. I sounded like
I was not the biggest. I can honestly say I was not the biggest Lotto fan from the jump. I watched the little girl on the rap, but she my age, I guess, close.
Not the little girl.
I watched her on the rap game. Like
I watched that little girl.
Because she was a little girl when she was on the rap game, and I think I was already probably 18, 19.
Wow. How old is she?
I think she might be 22. So, and she was like 16, 17. So when I was watching her on the rap game, to me, she kind of was like still a kid. So I don't mean no disrespect, Lotto.
I
did Lotto big remix. I'm a fan. But I just didn't like her personality, and then her name, kind of came with a little kind of, negative kind of connotation, and I just wasn't feeling her. But once she came out with, I want to say, was it Queen? Is it Queen of the South, or I'm a real ass for the South? That I was like, okay, I was feeling it, but this right here got me wanting to buy tickets to the tour. Okay, because I'm talking about, it's very rare that I listen to an album, and specifically a rap album, where I'm like almost every single song. I was like,
what's your favorite song on the album?
Definitely It's Giving, because it's giving boss bitch.
I love it. That need to be on our
It's giving. Come on.
Yeah, she did.
And then 777 Part 2, that freestyle.
Yes. Sunshine is my favorite song.
Childish Gambino went in. He did better than Wayne. I'm just gonna be honest. I miss like Childish Gambino. Can you what's his real name? Donald. I'm just saying, can we get a little more music?
Can we get a little?
I know, just a tad.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I like you. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I want you on more beats like this because it was good. It was good. I also like I can't trust no bitch.
I love the whole album rap.
It's just
whole album
the producing. The lyrics,
the production is great.
No song sounds alike.
And let's get into the fact that she's singing a lot of her own hooks and stuff, and she is on key. Y'all know how I feel about it.
Auto-tune, though.
Yeah, but it sounds good.
No, it
she sound better than. I'm not gonna do that because we're not gonna do that. But she sound good.
You gonna say Tiana Taylor?
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say she sound better than Meg when Meg.
Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna say Tiana because I know you be picking on Tiana.
And so I don't be picking on Tiana Taylor. The facts are the facts. She can't sing. Anyway, I love Lotto album. She did it.
Lotto. I
loved it.
Chef's
loved it.
Chef's fucking kiss.
Loved it. So that's our first good sis. The second is Miss Tiffany Haddish.
Yes, I'm not wearing a costume, darling.
I'm wearing. What was she said?
I'm wearing couture.
Custom.
I'm wearing. This is couture.
This is Dolce & Gabbana custom. I paid for this. Period. I don't even think that the reporter like meant it like that.
Would she have asked a white person that what costume you got on?
No, I think
because this ain't no dress up party.
Well, you know,
party. This is a ball.
Yeah, I think she was just trying to like be funny because it's Tiffany Haddish, and they've had some like cute little interviews in the past where like they be joking on each other. So I really think she was probably just trying to be funny. Y'all, every time white people do something, I don't think it's a targeted attack, and that's big coming from me. But I don't think she meant it like that, and that's probably why she was like, "Shit, that's my time of death." You know, I really do think she was just trying to like play because it was Tiffany Haddish, but Tiffany was like, this is not a costume. That was just the wrong words to play on.
Well, she
but
gathered her like a
and she did.
Paper. She said, "This is not a costume."
And she did. This was money look like. This was success look like. Period. And
insecure. All my friends are thriving,
flourishing. Okay, and gonna do that. And hold on. The lady from Alabama.
Oh yes, she's from Huntsville. I want to say. I think it's Huntsville. She is the first Black woman to what?
So see, she is a NASA engineer, and she became Alabama's first certified Black woman winemaker.
And what's her name?
Her name is Rada Griffin.
Miss Griffin.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
She said the Huntsville, Alabama-based space worker created her own wine business, and it's called Anissa Wakefield Wines, and she's the first Black woman in Alabama to do so. Oh yes, I love to sit that right there.
Can we get some?
Okay, she's a software engineer for NASA.
She's smart.
Yeah, beautiful.
Shout out to what is that? 256? Is that 256?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to 256. You know, again, send us a bottle of wine. We'll take, we like wine. We like to drink.
We love wine.
Sippy sip.
Y'all, how come
she was like, but all of them were dressed like people because she was Angela Davis and she was Beyonce.
But who was Lisa Ray supposed to be?
Rosa Parks. She exactly what the fuck she looked like. She Rosa Parks.
But it said she thought she was Rosa Parks.
She is Rosa Parks. Because I saw that too this morning. We were looking at this post where Lisa Ray was dressed like Rosa Parks because they were honored. It was the last day of Women's Month or something. And she dressed up, and all of them dressed up like different women.
Oh, okay.
Because Selena is Beyonce. I don't know who Claudia is.
Child.
And then I'm pretty sure what's her name is Angela Davis.
Claudia is a lady. She was like a beauty queen and a model and stuff.
Beverly Peel.
I don't think so, but I can't remember her name. But also very important. Somebody who don't get a whole lot of shine. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes it be getting on my nerves that we always have to do Beyonce because we already know that. Let's do somebody else.
That we don't have to highlight.
Damn.
Rosa Parks. We don't know. We not saying we don't need to know about her, but we know about her. Beyonce.
Or if you're gonna do Rosa, call attention to some of the other stuff Rosa did, because Rosa Parks was just not the lady who sat down on the bus.
She did heavy
Rosa
work with the
Parks was a
NAACP.
bad bitch.
She did a lot of inside work with the NAACP at the beginning.
Let's be very clear. Rosa Parks deserves all her flowers. She was a bad bitch. You should watch The Rape of Reese Taylor on HBO.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
You should watch that, and how white people were shooketh when Rosa Parks by herself came to town to make sure that woman got what she needed.
Yeah.
She was not just the lady who sat on the bus. So if we're going to talk about her, let's talk about other stuff, not just the bus.
Let's talk about the woman who actually sat down on the bus and told a white man no before Rosa Parks. What's her name? With Claudette Colvin?
Yeah.
Let's talk about her.
And it's not that those people don't deserve, acknowledgement. It's just that they didn't do it alone. And I feel like we do Black history and we do our people a disservice. Yeah, when we just talk about the same 8 people.
King,
baby, they didn't do it alone. No.
Booker T. Washington, Harriet Tubman. I promise you there's other people that got led to freedom.
Come on now.
I'm not, and that's no disrespect to Miss Mother Tubman. All I'm saying is that there's more history to be learned. We know that.
Yeah.
History. We know that.
Yeah.
So now let's open
or tell me something new about Harriet Tubman that I don't already know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me something like, oh shit. Like,
blow my mind.
Blow my mind. Yeah.
Blow my mind.
But don't tell me the same stuff. These kids, they deserve to know that and so much more.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all, we hope you had a great week.
Yes. Yes.
Have a great weekend. When are we putting this show out?
What's today? I'm gonna try to get it out by Monday.
Okay. So you can expect
start of the week.
Happy Monday then.
Yeah, Monday, between Monday and Tuesday. Because my boo coming in, so I know I ain't gonna do
you already know what that's got.
So I probably won't edit till tomorrow evening. Balls to the wall. I'm just not. But yeah, so I probably won't start editing till tomorrow when they leave. But it, between Monday-ish, Tuesday-ish, we'll have this out, and then we'll record again, God willing. The sky don't damn near fall out again.
Oh my God, yeah.
We've been going through it. When I tell y'all, we've had pretty much been under tornado warnings and watching every single week for the last, I feel month. So God willing, we'll be here next week and recording. We'll drop on the regular day next week. But yeah, we appreciate y'all. I can't tell y'all how much I really do appreciate y'all. Every time I go somewhere and I see people, they ask me how the podcast is doing. They want to be a guest or they want to do stuff. So we appreciate the support and we really appreciate it because we done came a long way. We still got a long way to go, but we appreciate the growth and we we're happy.
Love it. Beautiful gown.
Follow us on all our social media and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Black Bougie and Bout It. And then follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and it's at @_BBPC. Follow my personal pages. My Instagram is at @TheRealAubanyAyana, and then my Twitter is _AubanyAyana_.
And y'all already know I'm Jessie, JESSI _Monique. It's 2 E's on the Monique on Twitter, 1 E on Instagram. Thank y'all for watching. We love you. Don't slap no damn body this week, okay?
Yeah, no, not this week. Just take a week off. Take a couple
of weeks next week
to regroup. Easter coming up. Read your Bible.
Right.
Learn that word.
Right.
You ready? Get your speeches ready,
please.
Because everybody outside now. They didn't lift these mask mandates, but then they didn't sign up for another. What is it? The 4th shot now. If you're over 50, we're gonna be getting shots to the day we die. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
But y'all stay safe. Especially in Birmingham, there's been a lot of shootings.
Wow. Yeah.
There've been an abnormal.
That made me want to not go nowhere for real.
No, really,
for real.
So y'all
and break-ins. Car break-ins.
I might buy me a Ring doorbell probably
for real
today. Not even trying to play with y'all because people. I've seen so many videos where people coming up to folks' doors just trying to see if they unlocked, going in their car because they left their car unlocked. So y'all please stay safe, stay prayed up, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
It's giving boss bitch. It's giving bad bitch. Never ever play me like I'm average.